Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Joe Flash, and you probably just may have figured out that I'm talking very quietly. Well, it's because it is very late. It is actually 2:54 in the morning, and it's still dark, and nobody has ever woken up yet except me. I went to bed pretty early last night. Like, I went to bed almost around I don't even remember what time I went to bed, like 7, I think, or something. So I fell asleep pretty early, and I woke up in the middle of the night at 10, and then I've been up for quite a few hours, which I'll go back to sleep in a little bit. But before I do, I thought because since I'm not really doing anything, I thought I'd make a quick video giving a shout out to my fans and friends part 2. I told you I was going to make another one, so I'll do it. This is probably the perfect opportunity to do it. I gotta speak very quietly because my parents and Uncle Mike are asleep, of course, so I gotta keep it down. So the first person I'm immediately going to start off this list by giving a shout out to is my friend Gracie. No, not Gracie Dunsmore, the one I know in Waxahachie like I mentioned in my last one. I meant Gracie, and there's a Gracie I know in Red Oak. I don't know what her last name is, but I'm immediately starting off the list with her because I kind of did have a talk with her yesterday at school, and yeah, I did give a shout out to like Emma, Lola, and everything, so I thought I shout out her. I don't really remember how, when, or anything else, when, where, how, and when I met Gracie, but I just really don't remember how I met her at all. But I just want to say she's good. You know, I mean, I haven't talked to her in a while and everything. I'm starting to barely go back to talking to her again, but she's cool enough that it was. I mean, she's pretty. She's very cool. Everything else, you know, she's that much. So yeah, I only do remember last year during my freshman year as a ninth grader. I remember I had her in my PE class. That was the only class I had her. She didn't really do too much, of course, and everything, but it was still good, you know. She kind of was at least impressed with some of the moves I did do in there and everything, but yeah, nothing less. She's a cool person to talk to. Hopefully she'll be around she'll be around next year, hopefully, so hopefully I'll be able to catch back up with her again, because she's, she's pretty cool to talk to, you know. Sometimes she looks like a helpful person as well. So, good shout outs to you, Gracie. Next person I'm going to give a shout out to is, let me see. I'm going to have to think about it real quick, hold on. Who am I going to shout out next? I might as well shout out. Let me shout out. This is tough. I'm gonna shout out Bethany, who I met this year as well. I pretty much discovered her in, I believe, in my 7th period class, which is with Mr. Albert in geometry. I met Bethany that way, and I figured out she was friends with Noah and everything, so I eventually got to know them better that way. So it's pretty cool. Bethany's really cool. I mean, she's very pretty. She's got really nice hair. She smiles real pretty, and she does have a pretty face too. She says she has a baby face and everything, but it doesn't matter, you know. Bethany's just kind of just a genuine self, just caring person, you know. So that's what makes her very great, you know, in my opinion at least. I just realized so she's been doing pretty good, at least. I could tell she's been making good grades and everything. She actually said she's exempt in all of her classes, like she was explaining about it, because this week we have the final exams, which means this will be the last things we'll have to do before the end of the school week and everything. I have to take some of the exams, I think. Some of them I'm exempt in, but we'll see. And Bethany's actually exempt in all of them, so I give her a lot of credit for that one. She's very sweet to talk to and everything, so sometimes I mean, I don't talk to her too much, but sometimes I like to talk to her every now and then. I just say a lot of nice things about her. Even the fact that some people think her hand's very sweaty when they handshake her, but I'm actually used to it. I think it feels pretty nice, so I'm just trying to give her a nice compliment, you know. So, good on to you, Beth. And since I mentioned Noah, I'm gonna mention Noah next. I'm gonna give a shout out to him. Noah is somebody I met like a few years ago, and I call him my friend twin because, you know, our names rhyme. My real name is Jonah, so, you know, Jonah, Noah, Noah, Jonah. If I ever make a music video, I might try to make a music video of that. Maybe I'll try to get Noah involved with something, I don't know. Now, Noah is really cool. He's like really one of my closest friends I have in Red Oak. He's legit, he's awesome, everything, you know. So I sit with him every now and then and B lunch along with Isabel, Rachel, and them. And Fernando as well, I forgot about Fernando, who's actually dating Bethany this year. So I really want to catch back up with Noah some more. Hopefully maybe we can hang out and stuff, because he's a cool guy. Lit. Alright, next person I'm going to give a shout out to is Fernando, and as I mentioned him, Fernando is, I don't really remember how I met him, but I think I met him this year as well. He's pretty cool as well. He hangs out with Noah a lot. We're kind of like, just hang him out, just talk to him in the morning when I find him and everything, and just doing his usual stuff. He's a pretty cool guy. I really want to get to know him more as well, so big shout outs to Fernando. I'll shout out Isabel next. So yeah, Isabel is also somebody that I did. Well, I actually met her years ago. Actually, if you don't remember in my first video, I mentioned Virginia, my ex-girlfriend. Isabel actually used to be best friends with her. So Isabel and I kind of go way while I'm back in intermediate school. So that's how long I've kind of know her. I mean, I didn't get to know her super well then yet, but I'm really getting to know her a lot more now. I sit with her at lunch, as I said, along with Fernando, Rachel, and Noah. So she's pretty cool. I really would love to get to know her more. I really want to become one of her closest friends if I ever get to, because Isabel's just really great. So, good on to you, Isabel. Rachel will be next. I actually met, well, I didn't really meet her then and that yet, but I actually used to remember seeing Rachel in elementary school. So before I even met her then yet, I actually used to see her around in elementary school all the time. Like, I really remember it so well. Like, I just remember it every time when I was just sitting having to wait for, like, my car every time, and then when we sit in the cafeteria, I actually remember seeing Rachel several times. So I do definitely remember seeing Rachel like so many years ago. It's been like, I don't even remember when when I went to school the first time. I just only know for the fact that's how long I remember seeing Isabel. So I mean, excuse me, Rachel. Sorry. So that's how long I remember seeing Rachel before I even met her then yet. Eventually later I got to meet her and everything, so I'm glad I'm kind of good friends with her now, because she's pretty sweet, you know. She's a good friend. Best way to, I can only say she's got two different eyes, but it doesn't matter, you know. I mean, she's still cool, period. Rachel kind of really would love to get to know her a little bit more, too, because, I mean, she's just best friends with Isabel, and, you know, why not, you know. So why not? So, give good shout out to Isabel, the Rachel. Hopefully they're seeing this. Hopefully Isabel, Noah, and Fernando are too, because I give a shout out to them. Alright, next I'm going to shout out Maddie. There's like multiple Maddies I know in Red Oak, but the one in particular, I'm talking about one who's got the beautiful hair, nice face, and glasses, who kind of hangs out with Bethany, actually. Her and Bethany actually hang out with each other a lot, and during my 5th period class with Miss Shomer. So yeah. Maddie's, I met her this year as well. Actually, I originally met her from my original 5th period class, which used to be, no. My original 5th period class used to be, Life, Nutrient, Wellness, which basically just talked about life and everything. So that's how I originally met Maddie. She had that class with me as well, and I didn't know her too well, of course, then yet, but it was cool, you know. I do only remember he used to be with friends with Fernando. That was just it. I didn't know she was friends with anybody else. I only knew she was friends with Fernando. And I got to know Maddie a little bit more, like, after, like, of course, because I got in trouble and everything, I was in Miss Carpenter's class for a while, so I had to be removed from that class, and I had a new 5th period, which was professional communication, and I've actually discovered Maddie had the same class as well, which kind of helped me to get to come back with her, and I got to know her a little bit more. I talk to her a lot more now, and just talk about, like, stuff if I'm struggling with life issues and everything, so she's a helpful person as well, and she did actually used to date, Noah at one point, so I kind of miss seeing those two together, but it's alright. I guess eventually life moves on, you know? Just like how me and my exes moved on. Hopefully I'll find somebody else real soon. Hopefully Maddie does too, you know? She's very sweet. I can just say all sorts of sweet things about Maddie. She's just beautiful, she's cute, everything. She's just almost equal to Bethany, you know? That's my opinion. Some people did used to misunderstand them, thinking they were twins and stuff, but they're not. Sorry, that was a hiccup. So yeah, good shout outs to you, Maddie. Love you, friend. Next, who should I give a shout out to next? Hold on. It's really hard to decide on. I know, you know what? I'm gonna give a shout out to Caitlin Jordan next. I met her a few years ago as well, and Caitlin Jordan's, I haven't talked to her in like a long time, but I just know for the fact she's pretty sweet as well. I kind of used to tell her about some of my life, and she helped me out sometimes and everything else. You know, I ask her if she's alright, and when she's, like, in a bad mood and everything, and I try to help her out. Now, Caitlyn Jordan is currently with, I forgot her boyfriend's name, but he is with him, and they're pretty much doing life together, so I kind of always give good compliments to Caitlyn Jordan having a good life with him, and actually, they're actually about to have a baby, too, so that's another reason why I thought I mentioned Caitlyn Jordan, because Caitlyn's actually about to have a baby, her and her boyfriend both, so it's going to be really nice. She actually did used to already had her baby was starting. She actually already did figure out she was pregnant a long time ago before I even knew it then yet. So basically, I didn't like know that she was pregnant until like a month or something later after she revealed her pregnancy. Like a little bit of a month later or something. And I discovered it when I looked up one of my other friends, Nicole's Snapchat, and she had a video where she was where she was feeling the baby inside her stomach. So that's how I discovered it then. And I'm pretty proud of Caitlyn too. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be a great mother, you know. Just like I did the same thing, I give all the nice compliments to Gabby when she was gonna have her baby. So you know, same thing for Caitlyn Jordan. Hope she becomes a good mother and her boyfriend makes a good dad as well. So I congratulate them a lot. They will, sooner or later, they will figure out the gender, and I really cannot wait for it to be born. So if Caitlyn Jordan's watching this, shout outs to you and hope you make a good mother. You and your boyfriend makes a good father. I'm supporting y'all. So next, I'm gonna give a shout out to pressure's on. I just have so many friends. It's really hard. Next I'm gonna shout out. Let me see. I'll give a shout out to Nevaeh. If I didn't mention her last time, I don't think I didn't I? Yeah, I don't think I did. I don't know if I remember if I did or not, but I'll just shout her out anyway. Nevaeh, or some people call her Vea. She's an orange-haired girl that basically I met before, well, I kind of used to see her around before school started, so like when we were trying to sign up for the first time to go to high school, I saw her that time. Didn't meet her until later when school started, and when I saw her around so many times, I thought I introduced myself to her and got to know her better, and she really actually became my #1 fan, so she's actually currently one of my #1 fans today. She's really smart, and even though I haven't really asked help from her, but I thought I might someday, and Vea's just cool, you know, she's very sweet. I think she's very beautiful, because I actually dig orange-haired people, so I really love her orange hair so much. It's very pretty and everything, so yeah. And we're just barely starting to make a comeback with each other, just, you know, seeing each other again, talking to each other and everything. I always get some help from her every now and then if I need it and that stuff. She always helps me, defends me against my other friend Adrian, who for some reason picks around with me a lot during my class. I mean, he is still my friend. He just, I don't know what's been going on. Apparently he's just trying to fire me up and everything, I guess, you know. He's still my friend. We're still friends and everything, so nothing really bad happened, you know. I know for the fact Adrian was just joking around me. I guess either I was just playing along or just some of the things were just sounding too serious. I just couldn't, like, handle it, you know. So never mind. But Nevaeh, period, you know, she's just a very sweet friend, and she's actually in volleyball too, so I support her that way too. Any student who's like in sports and everything, I support them a lot for that kind of special reason. So without that being mine, hopefully I'll see Nevaeh next year, and peace. Alright, next I'm going to shout out, let me see. It's really hard because I have so many friends, and I have so many friends. It's really hard. I'm going to shout out, God, the pressure's on. I'm going to shout out, Noe. I'll shout out Noe, who if I didn't if you don't remember when I did my first friends and fans shout out, I actually talked about Emma, and I'm not sure if I did or not, but I think I mentioned Noe, who used to date her and everything. So hopefully, I don't know if I did or not, but that's what I'm gonna say. Noe used to date Emma actually at one point, and yeah, broken up a long time ago, but yeah, still cool. Noe is also kind of friends with some of my other friends that apparently he knows of too that I know as well, like Hannah and Myra, and just pretty much all of them, I guess. I just don't know who he's friends with. Apparently he seems to know a lot of some of my friends. It's hard for me to explain, even Austin as well. Noe's actually somebody I really want to get to know more. I really do not know him all that well. I barely know him at all because I don't talk to him as much. But I really want to get to know more because he's a cool guy and he really looks like somebody who would, just hang out with, So I really would love to hope, say, someday maybe him and I could become best friends or something. I actually would love to be best friends with Noe. Hopefully nothing bad goes wrong if I do, because I know sometimes it's like usually those type of guys we usually be hanging around doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So hopefully it doesn't make me do anything crazy, because I usually just like to be calm and everything, and sometimes just do my own stuff. So. I mean, I don't think Noe and I would ever become best friends, but if we did, though, it'd be kind of cool. But I would just like to get to know Noe, period, is all I'm saying. Next, I'm going to shout out... I guess since I mentioned Austin, I'll shout him out next. I met Austin as well. I first discovered him in my second period class, then eventually in my fourth period class. I got to meet him a few times. And Austin actually kind of did used to have a similar hairstyle like me at one point. I mean, this isn't really his hairstyle that I have on, but it's similar though. But then he cut his hair, which looks cool no matter what. He's a pretty big guy, and I think a lot of people mistaken him thinking he's a football player because he's so big and strong and everything. So yeah. Speaking of football, I'm actually wearing a football shirt of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm wearing an Ezekiel Elliott shirt. So yeah. So speaking of that, see, I'm not sure if you ever noticed I actually had a football player helmet on my shirt. So yeah. But a lot of people do misunderstand Austin thinking he's a football player because due to his size, he's big and strong and everything. So yeah, but he's not. I I don't know if he's into something else or not. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know if he's any other sports, but I think he did say he's into a different kind of sport. I don't even know really. I don't remember, but yeah. Austin's pretty cool to talk to. I just always fist bump him and everything and all that stuff. So he's a cool guy. I really would like to get to know him a little more too. Everything else, because Austin just seems like the type of guy that's just, that's just a, well, maybe, well, I just don't know. I mean, I could just only say I just love to become good friends with him, period. Next, I'm going to shout out, let's go with, Callie, who's actually one of my best friends at the school. I call her my bestie a lot. That's pretty much the main thing I say, bestie. So it kind of helps me to keep me the difference between her and some of my other best friends at school and best friends at church. So I say bestie with her a lot. I've known Callie since middle school. I pretty much met her that way, and a little later when we got to high school, I got to get closer to her and became besties and everything, as I had her in one of my classes then, and then I only have her in one class this year, but I still do get a lot of help from her sometimes, depending. I usually ask her for some help from Spanish class since that's the only class I have her in, and if I need some, like, things I need to get done, I ask her to take screenshots and everything. So she's pretty helpful. I mean, she can be tired a lot, too. I mean, she's always pretty much tired a lot during school, but otherwise, she's still cool, and I'm just usually always try to help her and everything, and, everything else. Just always just make sure she's doing alright. Because that's what best friends do, am I right? Or besties, should I say, since I call her my bestie. And Callie, I can only just say, hopefully I can maybe get to hang out with her, maybe her and some of her other friends she hangs out with and stuff, because it'd be kind of cool. It'd just be able to help keep it safe enough for me to be able to hang out with Callie, just have other guys and everything else, so, her parents will misunderstand me, because, I mean, Callie is dating, Joe, so wouldn't want any misunderstanding to happen, even though Joe understands, but. So hopefully there's a chance maybe I can get to hang out with Callie, maybe out somewhere in public someday, just as a bestie, maybe do something fun and everything, maybe like, just something. So, good shout out to you, Callie. Alright, let's see who I'm going to shout out next. Let's go with, oh god, the pressure's on. God, this is so hard. Let's go with another Maddie. I have another friend named Maddie as well, but like I said, I don't know her last name, but I can only say that this Maddie that I'm talking about actually used to know one of my other best friends at school, and that's Brooke Faulkner and everything, so yeah. I remember that's pretty much how I met her back in middle school. That's how I discovered she was friends of hers and everything, and Aubrey as well, so I met Maddie that way, and at high school I do always, in the mornings, I talk to her every now and then, just checking to see how she's doing and everything. She always reads and just does her own business by herself most of the time, but she doesn't mind me checking on her a lot, because, I mean, Maddie's sweet, she's very beautiful, she's pretty cute, and just everything else in possible ways. She's just, really just as beautiful as she could be, I can only say that much. And it's just really just calm, just self-caring, and everything else, you know. She's pretty much just got it all, you know. She's just got what's within her soul, you know. So that's all I could say about Maddie. And I really would love to get to know her a little more because she's very, very nice. You know, I mean, I talk to her a lot. Sometimes I talk to her every now and then in the morning, but I really would love to get to know her more because she's very, very cool. And she really would just seem like the type of person that I'd be able to ask help from if she knows some stuff. So, I mean, I would have. But like I said, this is the only last week we have left of school, so it'd be too late anyway. But it's fine, you know. Maybe I'll see her next year and everything. So yeah. So I'm really gonna miss Maddie and that stuff when. I mean, she won't move, but, you know, just because it'll be out for 3 months, it just feel like it's going to be a long time. But just all I can say, Maddie, love you, friend. Alright, let's see who I'm going to shout out next. Well, I still got 10 minutes left of this video. I'm going to shout out... Let me shout out... God, the pressure's on. God, this is so hard. I'm going to try to shout out a Waxahachie friend if I can. I don't know. Because I need to start shouting out some other people that are not at my school. Let me think of somebody from my church in Waxahachie. Let me shout out... I'm going to shout out Thomas. So if you probably do remember my best friend Thomas from church, you probably may have seen him in my videos. Like I did a scare cam on him, and then he helped me out with a scare cam by scaring 2 people last time. So you probably may remember seeing Thomas in my videos. And I did meet Thomas not too long ago, basically, just almost close to the beginning of the year, and he's very, very cool, you know. I mean, I hang out with him a lot, and a lot of people think we should make a duet because he can actually play instrument and everything. He could sing too, but maybe I just thought maybe I could sing and he could play the instrument, so yeah. I really would love to. I probably might talk to Thomas about that next time I see him. I do scare him a lot. He scared me a lot a few times too, so we always joke around with each other. So he's most definitely my best friend because we hang with each other a lot. Like, you'll be surprised. So, yeah. Thomas is really a cool guy. I really would love to get a lot closer with him. Maybe, hopefully, we hang out someday and everything. So, it'll be great. So, yep. Good on you, Thomas. Next, I'm going to shout out... Faith. So, you probably may remember, I used to... I don't know. I mean, you probably... If you ever follow me on Instagram, you might know that I've taken a few pictures at church with Faith. Her last name is Reynolds, so Faith Reynolds is the name. And no, she's not related to Ryan Reynolds, the Deadpool actor, by the way. Or the voice of Pikachu in Pokemon Detective Pikachu. This is not anything to do with Ryan Reynolds, but Faith Reynolds. She's a 12th grader, actually, so eventually she's going to go to college, and there might be a good chance she... Well, she said she'll try to stay at the Avenue Church as much as she can, but there's a good chance maybe she might not show up as much, or maybe she... I don't know, maybe I won't see her in a long time, so yeah. So Faith's really going to be out for quite a long time, because I do have quite a few of my 12th grade friends from last year's church that have moved on and everything, so maybe there might be a good chance I might not see Faith anymore and that stuff, but at least I still got her Instagram, so I'll text her every now and then. But she's like one of the, but basically Faith was one of my sweetest friends I could possibly imagine at church. She's really, smiles real pretty a lot, she's always happy to see me every time I go, and just hugs it out and everything. Sweet, just cute, beautiful, pretty, just so iconic, you know. She's got the hair and everything, so yeah, she's just that cute and special to me, in my opinion. She's just like one of the closest. I always, like I say about Gabby and that stuff, deep down inside I say the same thing about Faith. She's like a big sis to me, you know. So hopefully if Faith's watching this, I'm sure she'll probably be very blessed with this. But I'm really going to miss Faith a lot. She's one of the few friends at my church I'm really going to miss the most because she's 12th grade and she's going to college, so I don't know if I'll be able to see her this week or not, because church does happen on Wednesdays, but my mom's car has been having problems, so I don't know if I'll make it to church Wednesday or not, but if I do, that'll be great. If not, then oh well. Because Faith is really so great, and she's quite athletical, too. I mean, she doesn't really, like, do any gymnastics, but she can actually, like, run and stuff. Like, I've seen a few of her Instagram posts. She's, like, pretty much, you know, she's, like, running and everything. She's wearing shorts and everything. So Faith's really quite athletical, actually, and she won, like, an awards for her career to end her running career. So she actually is a runner, actually, so yeah. So she won like an award for the last time for her running career and everything. So Faith was really, really great. So she's pretty tough as well. She seems to look like she works out a lot because, you know, a lot of people think she's skinny, but she's not. She actually kind of has a fitness body, as I say. And she does pretty strong and everything, so yeah, that's what makes her pretty great. She's just proved wrong to a lot of haters, you know? So I'm really gonna miss Faith a lot. Faith is just, you can't, I mean, you can really just, I mean, I don't even know how much you guys even understand how much I love Faith. She's just really so sweet and everything. I mean, I don't want to get, just, I really would not want her to go, but unfortunately life has to move on, but I'll miss her a lot. I mean, because she helped me out and everything, so Faith was always really so great to talk to, and I'm really glad that I got to meet her in the first place. That was my friend and everything, because Faith, I don't even know where I'd be without Faith and everything, so if she's watching this YouTube video, I'm pretty sure she's going to be very blessed with everything I'm saying right now. Because why wouldn't she be, because she likes me and I like her, we're good friends. I love her regardless in every way as a friend, and she loves me the same way as well. So, because I really do have a lot of respect, and I really do have a lot of care and support for Faith, because she's just really just the sweetest she can be in all my life as a friend, So that's how much Faith just means to me. Like, I'm already just kind of worried about her, I'm really kind of worried a little bit about her when she moves, and I'm really just already kind of just getting a little struggling, just feeling a little emotional about how it's going to be for me to be going to church without seeing her anymore, So that's how much I'm going to miss Faith. Anybody who's a really good friend of mine like that, I'll just miss them a lot. So I'm really going to miss Faith so, so much by the time she moves, because she was just, even though I didn't know her all that well, but she was just like, God, you really just cannot imagine how sweet she is, I mean, if you ever get to know Faith, you're probably going to love her, because she's just got a real heart, she really does. Got a real heart. She's got a true soul, spirit, and everything, she's got a true heart, everything else, and possibly, I could possibly ever imagine, so yeah. So if I'm taking too long to talk about Faith, I'm sorry. It's just, Faith just means a lot to me, so hopefully you don't get too annoyed that I'm talking about her, because Faith's just that special to me. Hopefully I can just only say hopefully Faith does well in college and everything, and I'm really going to look forward to hopefully I see her a few more times before she moves, because I'm really going to miss her a lot. You have no idea. She's just very, very sweet. So Faith, if you're watching this, I love you so much. I'm really going to miss you by the time you move, and just, you take care of yourself, and please don't forget me, because I love you that much as a friend. So, yep. Guess I'll try to do the heart. Let me see if I can do it. That's the closest heart I can get to, so yep. Alright, I think I have time for one more shout out to a fan of friends. Let me think. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna shout out my 3 huge fans that follow me on Instagram. I mean, I know one of them, or 2 of them I don't know, but yeah. The 3 huge fans of mine from Instagram are Imity, Eva, and Alexis Caitlin. They're really huge fans of mine. You have no idea. Like, they even made a fan account about me and everything. So they're really, really huge fans of mine. And they really support me a lot, too, and everything. They really just love me regardless. I remember one time, like, I went live on Instagram and just saying she's one of my huge fans. And then went live. She really wanted me to go live with her. She was so surprised. I really kind of, like, surprised like a fan. They're really, really huge fans. Like, you have no idea. Like, you'd be surprised. They're just that surprising for me. It's almost like looking at the next Justin Bieber fans, you see those Justin Bieber fans just going crazy, or Michael Jackson, or other famous people as well, so it's crazy. They really love me so much, and because they support me a lot and everything, I had to give a shout out to them. Hopefully they'll make more posts very soon, because they haven't made a post on their fan account in a long time, but I know they will. Because they support me regardless, they just enjoy everything I do with them, they really just love me with every heart that they have. I have a lot of huge fans, but they're just my top three hugest fans. They're really just that much of a fan of mine. All 3 of them are. And so I am friends with Imity, and the last time I remember seeing Imity was at Special Olympics in Waxahachie. That was the last time I remember seeing her. Eva and Alexis Caitlin, I've never met them before, but I really would love to, just to surprise them. Maybe I'd just be going up to the door, and everything, just surprise them or something, because why not? Why not surprise your fans? And, I love my fans regardless, so yep. I had to give a shout out to you 3. So, Alexis Caitlin, Eva, and Imity, if you're watching this, I love you 3 so much. Hopefully you keep supporting me all the way, because, I care for you guys, and just I'm thanking y'all for supporting me so much. I really hope you keep it up someday. Just keep up your work, and I keep up my work and everything else. So, thank you very much. Peace, you three. Alright, so that'll be it for today, guys. I think I'll maybe do a... I don't know if I will or not, but maybe someday or something I'll do a part 3. So, if you like this video, give a thumbs up. Excuse me, sorry, my voice ain't talking right. So, I don't know if I will or not, but I maybe might do a part 3 tomorrow because it's getting late and I'm probably going to need to go to bed, so yeah. So, that'll be it for today, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike, give it a thumbs down. And and until then, when I make another video, this is Joe Flash signing off, and have a good day. Or good night.